Wywiad.
Okay, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome on our live streaming directly from Bolesławiec, the capital of Polish ceramics or pottery. We are online from Bolec.Info, the leading newspaper here in Bolesławiec. And today we are located at Zakłady Ceramiczne, Bolesławiec, which is the largest and the oldest factory which produces that popular, famous ceramics or pottery. So my guest today, at the very beginning, is Edyta.
Welcome, everyone.
Edyta is a sales export specialist, and she takes care of all the distributors. And thanks to her work and job, you can buy that famous pottery outside Poland, actually worldwide, right?
Yes, of course. So we've got a lot of customers across the whole world. We focused on Asia, Europe, and United States of America, also New Zealand, or even the Australia. So my job is to get the goods to you guys. So actually, I take care about my customers. So these are the distributors which you can buy from. And I'm responsible for the marketing. I get the new decorations to you guys via our distributors.
New decorations, new patterns, new shapes. Can you show something new?
So everything new, what we've got this year, we've got over here in front of our building. And over here, what I've And also I have prepared sushi tray, like these ones.
Okay, let me show this to the camera.
That's very
Most
popular
probably
across the whole Asia. We've got 3 different sizes. So as I said, we've got 3 different sizes, and I've also took the art 149 for you. There you go. So this decoration is very popular across the whole world and also in the United States.
Okay, so one second. Christina says hello from Australia.
Hi, Christina.
Also Bogumiła is watching us right now. So welcome. We are here in Bolesławiec, where the annual festival of ceramics is happening, but of course, due to the coronavirus, due to COVID-19, there are some limitations. So not everybody was able to come here to Poland, but this is why we are here online to show you what is happening here in the town today. And in a second, we will also connect to our special guest today, who is located in the US.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Edyta will say something more.
So that's one of my customers. I'm looking after her. I usually got enough time to contact with her even after my working hours, because as you know, between Poland and the US, there is a huge difference in time. So even if I'm not answering the phone, I've got always a time to get back to them. And one of our guests today is Twila Abrams. She's from the Pottery Avenue in the US.
Okay, so let's try to connect with Twila. We have greetings from Australia. I saw that somebody from Texas is also watching us.
Yes, Michelle.
Twila, are you with us? Okay.
Yeah.
One of the microphones. So Twila, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, so it's a long distance from Bolesławiec to Utah, where you are based, correct?
Yes, correct.
So my question is actually, what are you doing in Utah?
Well, my parents live in Utah. They retired here about 10 years ago, and it's just about time to be back with them and take care of them in the last stages of their life.
Okay. Something wrong with the
Yeah.
voice? Maybe now it's
Hi,
better?
Sally.
Hopefully, yes.
Hopefully, yes. There's a little feedback. Yeah.
Okay. I see one of the comments that Twila is awesome.
Thanks, Amelia.
Hello, Twila, from Agnieszka also.
Yes.
Okay.
Hi, Agnieszka.
Actually, we
Hi,
connected
Jody.
today to talk about pottery or ceramics, which is made in Bolesławiec. I know that you own some store in Utah, and this is not a local one.
No.
Can you say something more?
Yes. Well, Pottery Avenue started our business 17 years ago. Are you okay with the sound? It's a little feedback.
Yes, I'm.
Okay. So about 17 years ago, I started out as a distributor, and I wanted to cover the United States with Polish stoneware. I call it stoneware because it's hard, it's durable. We can microwave, oven, dishwasher, freezer. It's just so strong that we call it stoneware. I do. So my goal was to cover the United States with Polish stoneware and give the ladies and gentlemen in the United States the same amazing feeling that I received the very first time I saw Polish stoneware in 1989, when the Berlin Wall came down.
That's actually one where I would like to stop.
Okay.
What was your feeling when you first time saw the pottery made in Bolesławiec?
Well, it was quite magical, and I actually heard a big voice in the back of my head saying, "You're going to import these dishes someday," and I just said, "Okay." It was an overwhelming feeling of awe. I didn't understand it. It was a very simple vase. It was white polka dots. I don't know why it captivated me, but it did. It was just something so special. And what I think it was, in retrospect, that through all the changes in life and the wars and the stoneware is what lasted. The art of the people, that's what lasted, because that's the truth, is beauty and art. And so it overwhelmed me. And that moment in 1989, it was the ignition of my mission, which is to inspire and enrich everyone's life through Polish stoneware.
Okay, I see one comment from Michelle.
Yes, Michelle.
We love actually Polish pottery in the US.
We do.
Is it true that every American person loves Polish pottery?
Well, I'm not sure that every person knows about it, but the people that do know about it love it. And that's my job, is to find the people who don't know about it and educate them and get them excited to at least try one piece.
Okay. Can you tell me something more about your, let's say, travel or trips to Poland, to Bolesławiec? Because I heard that you visited Zakłady Ceramiczne Bolesławiec multiple times.
Yes, multiple times. I like to go every year. That's not always possible because I'm quite busy distributing the product, but I do love to come and get connected, meet artists. Janina Banikovslavsky is like my favorite designer, and being able to meet her was very special. And I love Bolesławiec. If I could live anywhere in the planet, I would go there.
Okay, so most probably weather in Utah is better, but I think we have much more pottery here in Bolesławiec.
I could make sure everybody who wanted those dishes could have them.
Okay, so we started our discussion with the information that you have the store in your location, and you cover the whole US. You can send the pottery to every location in the US, maybe also to Canada, correct?
Correct. And so my store, the store is called the Pottery Avenue Cottage, and it's our flagship store. And it services our local community and then all of the social media buyers who love Polish stoneware. A lot of them are popping on now. And so I'm able to do Facebook live shows either in the store or the warehouse or in my kitchen, which is where we are today. And I demonstrate. Lots of times I'll just take pieces up and I'll demonstrate it like this, and I'll show this is a beautiful sushi platter and get people excited. I show them how the pieces work together. So I love how these stack. You know, in our cupboards, we don't have a lot of space, so I make sure that the ladies understand how to use their pieces, what's so special about them. We play with colors together, and I'll show them different patterns and how they look and feel, because it's art, and beauty's in the eye of the beholder, and not you and I might not like the same thing. So I have to take my time and shop with them via a camera.
Okay, okay. So most probably you can hear some background, which is behind me. You know, we are right now at the factory, the Zakłady Ceramiczne Bolesławiec. So they are still working here, preparing the pottery, because the festival of ceramics is happening right now this week. So Twila, let's take a look at your shop. I will ask my operator to show some video which was recorded inside your store.
Oh, it's so pretty.
So if you could comment on what you have inside the store.
Yes, I would love to. So what you're looking at is the Pottery Avenue cottage. I primarily have Zakłady Ceramiczne, Bolesławiec pottery glistening and like dripping off my shelves. This is one of my favorite pieces, the handled bowls. This is a very popular shape in the United States. We use it to make chickens, to make casseroles. We put our fruit in it, and it actually becomes more of an heirloom type bowl to pass down through the generations. And then you can see I focus on really functional pieces. I have some cute little, we call them tchotchke pieces, you know, the jack-o'-lantern and some of the cute little figures. And for the most part, this is my favorite saying, my famous saying, when your dishes dance, your food sings. And that's the way I feel, is that when your table is set with Polish stoneware and your food is just like dancing off the dishes, and everybody's just, there's a vibe in the room that's kind of at a higher pitch. It's more creative and interesting. I also work with the Polish rolling pins, which we just saw. And if you notice the store, on the back of every wall, I've painted a different color, because everybody has a different style. So I wanted to show how versatile and flexible the pottery is, whether your accent color in your kitchen is orange or red or blue or gray. I wanted to be able to demonstrate the flexibility of the dishes, because the color palettes, blue, green, and earth tones, so they really go in anyone's kitchen. And then on the back wall, you can see that's my story. So people come in and they check out at the front, and they get to read my story and get a little bit more educated and a little bit more connected. Because I really feel that's our job at this point, is to educate people. We have the most educated buyers on the planet at this point. With the amount of information that is accessible to all of us. Oh, and there's we can't really see it, but I have a picture of the royals receiving their tea set that was gifted to them last year. So. Oh, I can't hear you.
Okay, now.
There we go.
We're still fighting with the voice. So, okay. So when looking at your store, I see you have a lot of different shapes, which are very, very colorful. So these are not those most classical,
no,
but very colorful with flowers, etc. Is this something you are focused on, or something which is, let's say, special for American market?
Well, in America, again, we have the most educated buyers on the planet, and with Google,
you said most educated buyers on the planet.
Most educated pottery buyers or stoneware buyers, not most educated, the most educated stoneware buyers, so they know. And if the classic, we all started with the classic because it captivated our attention. But as we started to collect, we want more collective pieces. We want the pretty ones. We want the signed ones. We want the unicat. We want to walk into our house and our kitchen and our nest and see us. We don't want to see anything that somebody else has in their kitchen. We want to see our own personality. So yes, I'm way more focused on the colorful dishes, and I don't do very much of the classical. Those dishes can be found in lots of other places, but at Pottery Avenue, we're known for bringing in the most exquisite, the most beautiful dishes that Bolesławiec has to offer.
Okay, so I have one question more. You know, we are right now in the garden of Zakłady Ceramiczne Bolesławiec, so the largest manufacturer of the Polish pottery here. And at the very, very beginning, we had a short discussion with Edyta. She's, of course, focused on the cooperation with various distributors. So my question to you is, what do you think about the cooperation with the factory?
I think that Edyta does a fabulous job, and really specifically, I know. Specifically, I think Zakłady has. They have a business mindset that is a little bit different, and it's a little bit more forward thinking, and that is what has allowed them to grow beyond just being a simple folk tradition art form. I attribute a huge amount of my success to their ability to see the needs that we have in the United States, the needs I have as a distributor. There's been a few little very important pieces of my puzzle to grow that they have placed in there. So I really believe that they want their pottery to be enjoyed by everyone. And they do a great job at trying. It's a big corporation, so it's not, things don't happen super fast, but when they happen, it's great. And Edyta's good because she'll talk to me on Messenger, which is really easy. So we use Facebook Messenger, yes, at crazy hours to be simple questions. And that information, when I can get that information really quickly, it helps me move the process along. We can move so fast here in the United States. It's just technology. It's, the know-how. It's my passion. So when we get going, we can really get the pottery in everyone's home, I think.
Actually, 2 days ago, we had a streaming in Polish where we were presenting how the pottery is created from the very, very beginning to all the phases of the manufacturing process. And I think it is, it's very complex. But on the other hand, when we see new patterns, new shapes, and how fast the company can adjust their lines to produce those new shapes and new patterns, it's really amazing.
Right. So the way that the business is structured is we have to have a distribution chain, and each one of those links to the chain is really important. And the stronger those relationships, the stronger the chain. So yes, Zakłady does a fabulous job making sure we have great quality products. We have, new shapes, new patterns, and we can move mountains, so to speak, in an old kind of stodgy European mindset, but we can actually make a lot of really great things happen. And that's their really claim to fame, is being able to produce product. It's not mass produced, but it's produced pretty good, pretty quickly, so we can get enough pieces out and continue to get more collectors collecting.
That's correct. So a couple of seconds ago on the screen, those who are watching us were able to see the factory shop, which is here in the main building of the Zakłady Ceramiczne Bolesławiec. As you can see, the variety and the number of dishes and different patterns is really, really high. And I think same patterns, everybody who lives in the US can buy at Pottery Avenue, correct?
Some. But, well, what we do is every order that I create with Edyta is customized. I mean, every order I make, and I have to live within budgets too. If I didn't have a budget, I would have it all. But sadly, I have to have a budget. So a lot of the really great patterns. This is a new one that we've got coming in. We've got some new EX as I'm spanning here. We've got a little bit of this coming in. But at Pottery Avenue, because I talk to my customers frequently, they know that they can come to me and say, I really love this pattern, or I really want this. And so what's really nice with what Zakłady does is I can order small quantities. I can order 4 pieces to get one customer, 1 piece. And when you can have that kind of customer service, it's pretty amazing.
That's correct. That's correct. So, can you tell us if anybody in the US would like to buy some pottery from Zakłady Ceramiczne Bolesławiec from nationwide distributor who is located in the US, where they can find you, where are you located, where is your store, or if they want to do this over internet, how they can do that?
And I'm sorry, what was the second question or the last question?
So how your customers or people who are in the United States can find you, where they can find you? Where is your store? What's your website? Some more details if you could provide.
Absolutely. Thank you. So we have a beautiful website. It's potteryavenue.com. Very simple, our company name. And that has a full line of our collection. There's probably like 3,000 SKUs on there. It's huge. And if you prefer to shop in person and you are traveling in the great state of Utah and in southern Utah, visiting our national parks and such, we do have a beautiful store, as you saw earlier. You're welcome to come in and touch and feel. I also, now with technology and with our crazy new world we're living in, we do a lot of FaceTime shopping. So if you're just interested, you find me on Facebook Messenger, send me a message. Twila, I want to do some FaceTime shopping. And that is like my favorite job to do. Aside from buying the dishes, I love helping people create their collections. And I think about, well, you know, show me what you have right now. And then we pull pieces together and make it so gorgeous and beautiful. So I love FaceTime shopping. It's the next best thing. And when I do FaceTime shopping, I do grab the pieces so you can see my hand, you know, how it fits. I demonstrate all of this so people can really feel. I'll even set my table in my dining room up. So especially people looking for dinnerware, because it can be very special or it could get really crazy looking very quickly with too many patterns. So I feel like it's designer dinnerware and I'm like the tabletop designer. And so you reach out to me and we make a beautiful tabletop that is only unique to you. And that's, or you can also find one of our local retailers. So we have about 100 to 150 local retailers we supply across the US. So if you're looking for somebody in your neighborhood who carries it, just send me a message, send me an email, and I'll help you find a local retailer or the one that's closest to you. And if there is no local retailer in your area, but you know the shopkeeper, then you can connect us and I will help that shopkeeper bring some Polish stoneware into their store.
Okay, perfect. So it sounds that it's very easy to get pottery from Bolesławiec in the US.
Yes,
so
I think so.
Who are watching us and you are in the US, just go to potteryavenue.com, connect with Twila, and most probably she will help you to, and she will offer you some nice pottery from Zakłady Ceramiczne Bolesławiec. And in the future, maybe next year, if you have a chance, come to Bolesławiec for the next festival of ceramics. Twila, hopefully to see you here next year.
Yes, I hope so. And as a side note, last year I traveled with 13 people from the United States into Bolesławiec. So if you are planning a trip to Bolesławiec next year, be sure to connect with me because I know people like Edetta who will get us a factory tour. I know people.
Yeah. You know, this year the factory tours are limited due to coronavirus limitations. Actually, they made an exception for our cameras.
Nice.
But hopefully next year it will be open for a wide audience.
Yes.
And, everybody is invited and requested also to come to Bolesławiec, to Poland, for the next festival of ceramics. Twila, thank you for the discussion today.
You're welcome. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you very much for all the information.
This was the next best thing to being in Bolesławiec is sitting with you guys. So cheers.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, everybody. Thanks. And see you soon. Bye-bye.